Kembali lagi guys bersama saya Zilusu. Malam ini kita akan live lagi. Kita akan coba push divisi. Season ini cukup berat. Kita cek taktik dulu ya guys. Taktik yang kurang cocok. Kita kembalikan taktik kita semua. Inilah taktik andalanku guys. Witchen ini celas sebenarnya guys, sering bolong. Langsung saja kita push divisi malam ini guys. Gas ya, gas. Respect bang, mantap. Kita dapat lawan yang penuh respect guys. Hebat nanti Hebat dan Kismen ya guys. Nelson Darwin Keras. Sepertinya itu cukup dulu, namanya seperti ini. Celine ya, Celine legend ya. Back lawan cukup rapat, kita lihat.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway.
I still feel that this man Diego Forlan is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly. His career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
Now it's Kaka.
Jago juga cuy.
Now it's Batistuta. Mateus.
Nos.
Batistuta! Big moment! Massive
Nos
goal!
bro.
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Mbappe, brilliantly cut out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to
Edgar
quickly
David kayaknya di
regroup.
lini dalam nih.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now that looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. Quality ball. Great vision. That is a brilliant interception. Park Ji-sung. Donatoni. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Pelanggaran aku lagi.
Batistuta with the foul. Park Ji-sung. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball.
Kakak. Nos.
Zanetti. Can he finish? Sticks it away.
Kakak bro.
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but
Oh, what has happened here? And we have our very first corner.
Strateginya zona guys kalau guys.
Climbs up big.
Bahaya.
He's quick to get it clear again.
Kakak.
And now they can
Wrestling
string
up.
out a defence.
Aduh, Bonucci ya Bonucci.
Interception. His positioning was
Apa sih guys
spot on.
kalau
That's a
dia
lovely
punya
neat
lambang ini?
pass. Now it's Batistuta. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Yamal. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well played. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Kalau ada gambarnya itu apa sih? Legend atau apa ya?
well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far.
Ronaldo ini
Peter.
kurang
If
perform
it
ya.
ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Kita ganti
It
Griezmann
has
guys.
been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time.
Ini rapetin dikit. Mantap nih harusnya nih. Hebat nggak nih? Hebat ya? Kurang satset gitu loh si siapa namanya? Batistuta itu gak kaku ya. Tendangannya emang super kan.
Here we go again. No way through. Saliba. Zanetti. A man never lacking in drive or determination. And this is Griezmann. Can he get on the end of this?
Nos.
He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Platini. Park Ji-sung. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kalah bro si Rizkat asem.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Ingat guys, zona. Baik kalau kita nggak punya back tinggi ya, zona aja udah. Oh ya. Kadang kayak gini pemain tuh ngasih bar 2 biru, itu namanya kan mancing mundur tuh. Kayak kita ngikutin kalau nggak kita kasih zona tuh. Dia yang jauh terus nih.
They've played it short. No way through, so back goes for a shot. Off the post.
Satu itu tendangan. Sana deh. Mateus. Buka Mateus. Nice.
Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Guys. Tarik mundur pasti nabrak, guys. Mau nyoba sana ya, guys? Kita coba sana ya. Khusus statik ini guys, kita coba blitz dari skema free kick, skema apa? Sepak pojok, corner kick. Blitz itu susah kalau kipernya Peter Schmeichel. Ampun-ampunan. Mau di spam berapa kali, kalau lewat dia pasti kena tiang. Caranya musuhnya kita kasih tendangannya jauh dulu, biar dia nggak mengira. Kemudian ketika kita kasih ke opsi, dia kan telat. Sana kan nyari tempat tuh. Kita blitz, boom. Curang ya. Kurang miring kayaknya ya. Kalau lengkungannya di atas 90-an lebih juga sebenarnya. Kalau gini kita membayangi aja guys. Atas, boom, masuk itu barang. Golazo. Tunggu, aduh nggak mau. Tunggu bentar tuh. Kalau udah unggul guys, membayangi aja, jangan menekan. Kan dapat sendiri. Karena musuh cenderung agresif kan. Membayangi guys, ingat. Itu jeleknya kiper bertahan guys. Paling up nih mau nyoba, nggak mau masuk sih. Kita coba blitz guys, udah nggak mau ngejar.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
And the shot! Spectacular from Sane! Sumptuous finish and absolute.
Ini bukan yang remehin ya, karena memang kalau unggulnya udah selisih 2 gitu tuh, kita lebih yakin untuk spam.
And you can see he meant every bit of this.
So now the difference is 3.
The difference is 3.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all
Nge-lag, bro.
happy with that.
Nge-lag. Kita lihat jaringannya di menit 84 ya, nge-lag ini. Kan.
Big chance.
Sihh.
Really well taken goal. They're back within reach. A finish of great intelligence. He
Nanti kita lihat
just
jaringannya si
understood
Aul turun
and he
masih dia mas.
executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action.
Kita sana ya
That's another
hat-trick.
really clever finish.
Kita mau coba hat-trick Blitz guys. Bisa
So
nggak ya?
just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? No question, this is the
Griezmann
man you
kosong
want to get on
pula.
to the end of things. Turns and goes back.
Aduh, hampir
Now that has posed
hampir
a few
hat-trick
awkward
Blitz
questions.
bro.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Tengahnya.
Dixon,
Blitz kan mau ngapain?
Davids. And there goes the final whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance.
Satu
Good
bro.
enough in the eyes of their
Menit
people.
85, 84 kan itu tadi.
Picking up the man of the match award.
Ya
and no
kalau
surprise
posisi
there.
baru unggul 1 bahaya itu. Pas aku keserang lagi. Dapat bola diam aja guys pasti. Kayak gitu masih dapat bola diam aja. Sambil skoten ya guys. Abadiam. Persib lawan Chonburi. Chonburi ini Thailand ya guys. Kalau tim futsalnya sih oke dulu zamanku itu. Zamanku ngikutin futsal maksudnya. Gabriel dulu apa Lothar dulu guys? Lothar. Hebat. Ada dulu lah ya. Pak Darwin ya. Tetap yang naik dulu lah. Ngeri depannya Rashford sama Johan Cruyff bro. Ini DP Blitz ya. Bahaya DP Blitz. Link up agak susah ya, link up sekarang. Malam minggu IPL apa sekarang guys ya? West Ham tadi aku lihat udah unggul 3-0. Ada yang main fantasi football manager nggak? Pasang Bowen lumayan tuh, 1 gol 1 assist.
Just listen to that noise.
Aku
This
pasang
place
guys.
is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a test worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can
Kita
look
tes
at this
link up.
formation 1 minute
El
and
Hadad.
think that it is 4-3-3,
El
and the
Hadad.
next time...
Bam.
Shot a goal! Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's the type that always fancies himself, Peter, in these situations, and with very good reason.
Not the most accurate pass. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, the man of the moment in every sense of those words is Marcus Rashford. Model player, a model humanitarian. His development really has been incredible on all fronts, and he's so much more than the speed merchant we saw on that remarkable debut.
Hard to disagree with that. And Trik!
Lolos. Johan Cruyff ini nggak pernah susah ya. Apapun versinya lah pemain-pemain legend gini.
Chonburi are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Gacha
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Mateus.
Nggak mau langsung satu sentuh.
Kukcu.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time
Dia
left
tuh udah
yet.
kebaca semua loh.
That's a sharp pass. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Driving through the middle.
Hai, keren banget.
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
And we have our very first corner. Mateus plays it short, opts to play it back, and he shoots! Goal! And just like that, he's into double figures now. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added Mateus! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Takes a shot! That's a half-decent try. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Chonburi applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here...
Can he finish?
Oh,
and they're back in front. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Okay.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Gak pelanggaran.
And he's had it nicked away. Adams. Beckenbauer.
Added time.
And it's Belletti. And we reached half-time.
Kacing bro,
So we have
musuh
here
bro.
a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to restore parity.
Nyos.
That is some save from Khan.
Tengah aja ngono ya.
And he's there to clear it. And that has left him in the heat.
Edan
Looks
merah
a
set.
foul. Yep, referee's given it. Rodri has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card.
Lama bro, sepotong dulu bro.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 14, Johan Cruyff. Number 7, Rashford. Coming on the field, number 28, Serginho. Number 37, Van de Ven. Number 8, Fiore. Substitution in progress.
Nicely weighted ball. And the shot!
Nggak beruntung
He's gone
bro.
looking for safety. Costa Curta. Threads one in. Donadoni! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Belletti. Serginho. Now Fiore. Van de Ven. Beckenbauer. And it's Belletti. Van de Ven. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Serginho. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Adams.
I'm sure some will disagree with me, but this is all about good ball retention now.
And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary.
Kenapa ini OBS bro? Masih live nggak nih? Ketemu musuh banyak tarik.
Persapiawan alas sekolah sedung ya, persapian ya, ya.
Iya.
Habis pulang kerja ya. Ingat ya.
Iya, mesti pokok.
Tapi aku nggak bersama.
Sana. Ini dilihat orang banyak. Cantik. Tidur yang dia.
Ini ya soal.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant medium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Jangan lupa bersyukur.
And we're underway.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
Can he finish? What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, what's he? Cristiano Ronaldo!
Cacat, ngapain ngumpan ke situ sih Oliver kan?
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Aberdeen trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say
It's Bale!
Mental sih.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bale is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Albert Ferrer getting this one clear. Cannavaro. Baresi. Robson is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Cristiano Ronaldo. Zanetti. Hoisted in. Donatoni. Almost half an hour in now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a dangerous ball. Donatoni unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Sumpah Alonso elek banget. Baru jelek
Probing pass. Oh, he's onto this. Oh, well played. Xavi Alonso. And it's Sané.
Kalah sana sama Putih.
Bale stood his ground strongly.
Masa.
And this is Pele. Sané.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Astagfirullah.
Offside that time. And it's Guti. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Driving forward. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He might be in here!
Wes belok lho, wis iso kenal lho Baresi.
And the first 45 minutes are up.
Disyuting lho Baresi. Wes belok lah lho.
Competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Campur Baresi yang ini kan udah belok loh, dia masih bisa nekel kena di luar nalar.
Substitution in progress.
Suku Baresi.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Sikit bukan.
And the pass is intercepted. Great vision. Perfectly measured that. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed in again. Oh, smashing header! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Batistuta.
Terbaik ya itu ya.
Looking for a runner. That's beautifully weighted.
Apa nih lolos?
Bale gets into a good position.
Sangkre.
Aberdeen can try it again now.
Red bell big time karo Ronaldo big time.
So, third corner of the game.
Pasti ke Ronaldo sini kan.
Up he goes!
Dia aja udah kayak
He will be livid with himself. Aberdeen are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bale, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Asem di tackle.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Udah ngumpan itu loh, nggak
Searching pass he's played there.
lolos lagi.
Elects to cross. Cleared without hesitation.
Aberdeen clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. Oh, super ball!
Ai.
Size really matters,
Witsen.
and it's time to make it matter now.
Witsen yuk, Witsen. Bam.
Big header! Pele tries to clear.
Berarti gol. Kayak kena gitu aja.
Throw it. Shapes to shoot.
Siap-siapnya pakai kaki belakang loh
Left it
blokirnya.
upfield.
Ini loh Donadone, bisa-bisanya ke situ ngapain lah?
And it's Bale.
Masem nabak-nabak. Sihh loh dari
Chouameni. Bale, a player who needs no introduction.
Aberdeen nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And we're done. So in the end, one goal did it.
Sulit Sultan ini
Exciting
cuy.
encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the
Ingat
end.
segitu ya. Kalah turun lagi. Gaplek. Terakhir ya guys. Match terakhir. Kan nggak jadi. Naik teman, bingung aku cuy. Ferdinand. Sama-sama.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. As you can see, we've already started here.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Threads one in. Oh, well played.
Assist.
Kaka. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And it's Tonali. Now it's Tonali. And he's being shifted off it. Kaka.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Smart assist, bro.
Just off target. Costa Corta.
Gila.
That does look a foul. Referee's given a free
Lawannya pakai
kick.
smart assist, bro.
Costa Corta.
Nyos.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Alah, tinggal double touch itu loh kok ya.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Got a Tony. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Tungkak.
Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Tak double touch ya. Mesti kena ya.
That has fair fist.
Zanetti ya yang ngejar ya, kenceng juga.
And we have our very first corner.
Witsen. Bolamu Witsen.
Rises! Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the
Udah
boss
tak ganti
is
Witsen
applauding his
ini, nggak
effort
mau
then.
ganti orangnya.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Good read, needed to be. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Donatoni.
Kenapa nggak diumpan lama banget sih?
And the first half is done.
Sumpah, harusnya memang
We go into
Mateus
half-time
di
with
situ.
both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other
Nggak
out in the
perform
first period.
sih.
Let us see
Ini
what the second half
Kusman.
brings.
Just a quick announcement.
The
is now
midway
time
point
for
of the
our
game.
special lottery.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very
Blitz,
end.
Blitz
and
lah, Blitz,
I get the
Blitz,
feeling the
Blitz,
second
Blitz,
half
lawan
may well
Blitz.
start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Ayo Haji,
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to
Nggak
force
mau
the
ganti
issue.
ya?
It's
Ini
0-0.
gimana sih kalau
Here we go again then.
kalian
Well, I
pakai
can imagine
sentuh
both
jentik nggak
managers
guys?
have been in the ears of the players.
Fake
They
smart
want more.
assist
Let's hope
ini
the
bro.
game comes to life sooner
Oh,
rather than later.
umpannya kayak gini.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through?
Smart assist nggak cuma bantu ngumpan, guys, semuanya dibantu.
Oh, good take and a shot.
Umpan, menyerang,
And he
bertahan.
was there to get a vital touch. Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
He's a sharp little ball here. Robertson gets over and intercepts. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
This ended up in no man's land. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in a good position here. Now there's a fine ball.
Wis tak cancel.
In he goes again.
Kerasa.
Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Sane at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Kayak smart assist sih saya ngono.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
One 0 as we head towards the end. Zanetti, the man that is tenacity personified. Now, can they get him away? No messing about, just
kita blitz.
bludgeoned away.
Sane, tunjukkan blitzmu, Sane.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Astagfirullah.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Howson, no unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And there goes the final whistle.
Sekali lagi guys ya, kita pasin sampai
Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only.
Kita pasin 1 jam guys. Lionel Messi. Kita harus melebar guys ya. Itu Messi di sini. Oke. Kan numpuk di tengah pas ini. Kita harus bermain sabar melebar. Ayo jam 10 mau tidur ini terakhir.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now the game itself.
Nombor di tengah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it's away we go then.
I think this is a formation that offers excellent balance, Peter.
Particularly tried and tested in the Italian game, of course.
Yeah, and exported with great success too, because it allows half of the team to commit to either attack or defence. The three at the back and the double pivot, as well as the three.
It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty.
Penalti apa?
So a big chance now for
Protes keras, protes keras.
Well, I think the alternative
Far,
was to stand there
sit.
and do nothing while he tried to
Replay,
score. Obviously,
biar
he's
lihat,
not going to
biar
allow
lihat.
that, Peter, is he?
Kocak. Ngono sih protes kayak aneh. Kemana nih guys? Kanan kiri. Kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kanan kiri. Kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kanan kiri. Kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kiri.
1-0, never any doubt.
Ilmu psikologisnya guys, kalau kita agak lama, orang pasti mikir agak bingung kan mau ditempati kemana. Kemungkinan paling di tengah gitu.
Rijkaard makes the interception.
Ankara.
Now it's Messi.
Ankara.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Kaka will not want to look against this opponent. Mbappe. That has not gone well. Alonso. And here's Batistuta. Kaka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost. Mateus! Glorious! A finish of true class! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Poor connection, kenapa ini? Kita bisa nge-reserving video. OBS-nya kenapa ini guys? Ada tanda pentong, cuman merahnya di mana nggak tahu aku ini. Masih kelihatan kan guys? Lanjut aja ya match terakhir ini. Masih kelihatan kan guys? Udah excellent lagi.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Costa Corta. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And Mateus. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Kaka.
Kaka. Good play on the left-hand side here.
Salah ya,
Tonali. Mbappe. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Xavi Alonso. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And they win it back again. And it's Kaka. That is good strength. And this is Messi. Oh, cracking. Tries a shot!
Has been indicated.
He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
That's an excellent intercept. And we hit half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not,
Saatnya
but so far,
Griezmann. Nah,
I
ini
haven't
baru
really seen
Griezmann
enough
guys.
to indicate that the opposition
Griezmann.
can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Makata, super
It
sub kita
has been a
masukkan.
remarkable contest,
Kakak dari
decorated by
tadi kalah,
goals,
kita ganti dulu
and
ya.
two between them at half-time.
Nah, super sub satu lagi siapa ya? Darwin ya. Punya lagi ya beneran. Janganlah, dia lagi naik guys. Ini kita masukkan. Dean ini lambat ya tadi ya. Oke.
Substitution.
Kita blitz.
Whistle goes, and we
Dari
start the
kiri ya
second half.
blitznya.
The most accurate pass. And that has put paid to that. Griezmann. Nakata. Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through, and a shot!
Kakaknya kono berat.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Kaka actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Zona,
Our
jangan
very
lupa
first corner.
zona.
Batistuta! He's missed, but not by that far.
Sane. Nyos.
Batistuta being hounded, manhandled at times.
Nakata lari,
Well,
Nakata.
they seem intent on marking
Nos,
him out of the
kita
game.
umpan tarik.
They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Here's a shot! Kaka. It's a searching pass. Now that's well seen too. Albert Ferrer.
Nah, tes link up ya guys.
Rijkaard.
Nyos, link
Nice looking
up.
ball. It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on.
Oh, what has happened here? Nakata. Nakata puts his foot
Super
on the
sub
gas.
bos. Nyos.
Knocks it into space. Danger averted for now. The ball's gone astray.
Ini loh, ada gimmick loh, dekat loh. Biasanya ngumpan ke sana, jangkrik kadang kusut.
Floated through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass
Melayu
was decent. They
guys.
just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Great chance! And it's there!
Langsung. Rasa sing bebas itu.
On the throats of their foes. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Wah, sana ini insting nyerangnya kurang, bro.
That is good alertness. And he's on his way! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Manis.
Oh, super ball! Time is desperately short now, but it
Manis
is a
padahal
corner.
musuhnya.
It's their second corner of the game. Up he goes!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Griezmann. 2 minutes to be added on. Batistuta. Pass is just off target.
Link up.
Keep the ball and you win the... That's that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they said.
1700 ini ya guys, sekali lagi. Semoga tembus 1700. Habis itu udahan nonton bola. Udah main belum ya sih? Live score. Mia. False 9 guys ya, paling depan sih kita pakai false 9. Ada info nggak guys? Bola.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Ada info bola nggak guys?
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Tony Adams. Now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his...
And the shot!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so
False
early.
9 besok jadi thumbnail nih ya, kita nyobain false 9 di sisa musim.
Composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up.
Chance! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They
Perintah
went a goal
Sangkare
down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Ini dalamnya 2. Ayo, gas. Okay.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Zanetti. Mateus. And here's Griezmann. Now Griezmann. Donatoni.
Kakak.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Howson makes the interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Now there's a fine ball. Vitinha defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
Kenceng banget Vitinha.
Pass somewhat off target. Albert Ferrer. And it's Griezmann. Kaká in acres of space out wide. Donatoni!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Griezmann. Kaká conjures time and space where few can.
Iso ngumpan ngono lho Pak.
Now it's Forlan. That's a throw. And here's Batistuta, aimed beyond the defence. De Bruyne receives it in a wide position. Kaká quietly revving up. Through the final 5 minutes of the first half. That's the throw. Kaká wriggles his way through. Now it's Brahim Diaz. He's had a shot! Marvellous goal! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And the first half is done.
Tadi ampuh ini musuhnya.
Very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one. Just enjoy it.
Sapi mana sapi? Musuhnya jadi hebat. Setiap mau naik ke mayor kok susah. Nggak ada yang bisa ganti lolos semua.
And that interception was most necessary. He read that really well and stopped it. Costa Corta. Zanetti. Gently done. And that's been intercepted. That was well played. Well stopped. Now it's Batistuta. Couldn't squeeze it through. Nakata. Donatoni. Oh, shooting chance! That's just playing it safe and simple. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Forlan looking to add to his goal. Looking for the run. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nakata. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now? Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter. There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. That's been cut out, well played.
Apalah ini, ya Allah.
Can he get it through?
Apalah ini.
He is through here. And he gets rid in a hurry. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it. And it's Kaka. Great vision. He's well done a chance! And he hits the net! They've done it again! It is incredible! Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Quite a thriller this one's become. Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. That's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kaka. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That has been slung wide. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties